In this video, guys, I'm going to play every Mario Kart. Alright, so first up, we got Super Mario Kart.
Alright, you guys heard the bear. Alright. Strong first impression. Mario? Yeah, and I'm gonna go with Mario for all of them too, because I'd like to use this as footage. Alright, here we go. Drifting in this one is impossible. I think literally everyone who's played this, I don't even know if kids could have done it back when the game came out. Yeah. Alright, we're in third place. Because if you get anything lower than like 4th place in this one, you rank out. You die. Oh crap. No, I almost came second. Something I never realized about Super Mario Kart is that all of the tracks, besides the circuit ones, are based on like level like themes from Super Mario World. Once I heard that, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes so much sense. And I guess that makes sense, because I mean, what else would you base it on? And I guess later Mario Kart's just decided, nah, this is its own thing. Oh, shortcut? Hey, okay. We got this in the bag now. Who behind us? Nah, we good, yeah. I don't think you can throw backwards in this game, can you? Let's have a little test. Oh, okay. Nope, you cannot. It just goes after you. Oh, you can throw behind. Just not red shells. That might actually... oh, crap. That might actually be consistent throughout the first few games. Is not... I'm not doing well this race, man. What? Okay, those red shells are dumb as hell. Okay, 3rd place. We'll take it. We'll take it. Where in Mario, in the original Super Mario World, does the does Bowser's Castle have like a horizon and very open, like walls? That would have been sick. I want to see that. Like a sunset, like Bowser's Castle fight. That'd go crazy. It is a bit more like bumper cars. Probably this one is the most in the series where you just bounce off of everything. And that's probably like necessary. Like we can see it pretty crisp because I got some AI upscaling. But the on the original Super Nintendo, it would have been really hard to make everything out. So it probably makes sense that they made everything bumpy. As opposed to in 3D, where if you run into a wall, you definitely saw that there was a wall there. Whoa! Hey, okay. Is that a 1st place overall? No, because we came... oh no, there's 5. There's 5 in this game. I forgot about that. Oh, this one's the cool one. This one's like the one that has the giant jump. Ooh, okay. We dodging, we weaving. Ooh, whoa, whoa. Thread the needle? Yeah. Whoa, what was that? There's no like fire item in this game. Ah, man. I think one of the main problems with the drift is that once you stop drifting, it just keeps going. You don't like stop sliding. In the following games, it becomes a lot tighter. You know, actually playing as Mario is also going to serve as a good benchmark, because we'll see how the like main character controls in each Mario Kart. I think we have to do one more cup, so we'll do one more cup. We'll do Star Cup. Let's do Star Cup, because that'll have some more interesting stuff. This is my favorite track. What's going on with the percussion right now? Okay, it's here now. Okay, it's just disappearing. I think I know why that is. So, the Super Nintendo and the NES, they both used sound chips that worked in terms of channels. So there were multiple sound channels, and each one can play a maximum of 1 sound at a time. So all music and sound effects would be programmed to use those sound channels. And the way that they did a lot of it was that they would kind of cheat by having music fill up, kind of, like all the available channels that they have. And then when they needed to play a sound effect, they would temporarily disable the music in one of the channels and play it through it while the sound effect was going. So it can appear that there's more sound channels than there actually is. So hence, I think that's why all the percussion kept like randomly disappearing. The last thing Super Mario Kart needed was more slippery controls, but God knows the devs went and did it. But I don't know, maybe that was part of the fun. Because this is before the blue shell, before there was that element of what the hell. Because, you know, you gotta think about Mario Kart is primarily a party game. It's meant to be played with people, but you can play it alone too. So first and foremost, they want that element of anyone can win, anyone can lose. And I guess the way they did that in this game was just by making it so that there's like a really steep learning curve, because everything's slippery and it's really hard to control, even if you generally got a better grip on controls of video games. But you know, in the later installments, they made it less frustrating to control and more that there were just like RNG elements completely out of your control. Like blue shells and stuff. Oh, that's the Mario music. I didn't realize. Oh man, the ice physics one. These levels probably one of the some of the worst in Mario Kart, which is good because you'd want the first installment to have the worst stuff, because that would mean that it just keeps getting better. Oh my god, yeah, that's the problem with the mushrooms in this game. Because it's just like a sudden speed boost. You're moving this fast, and then there's a sustained speed boost, and then you slow down again. The way it works in this game is kind of like a psh, and then you just like keep moving at your normal speed. So if you hit something just after you use the mushroom, your speed's gone. It really does feel like you could be in like 8th place oh my god. You could be in 8th place at the start of lap 3, and then be in 1st place at the end of the race. So for those of you who don't know, the SNES, which is the console that Super Mario Kart was on, was not powerful enough to actually do things in 3D. So, but then you might be wondering, how is it doing the world right now? Because isn't this like a thing in 3D? Yes and no. The way that they do this actually is it's just a giant sprite, like a giant image, and it uses a chip on the SNES, or like a mode called Mode 7. And what it does is it allows you to take sprites and scale them, like stretch them and distort them. So essentially what we're looking at right now is like fake 3D, plain and simple. Why did that mushroom not work? They play frickin' clown music. I'm gonna play it safe. Maybe I shouldn't have been playing it safe. Luigi, my brother. No! Oh my god, Luigi actually saved us there. Oh my god, sorry Luigi. He looks so upset. This doesn't follow the the Super Mario Kart level design. The editor, who is me, pull up that photo, that GIF. This is probably the widest Mario Kart, actually. No, Mario Kart Tour has to accommodate for a bunch of different aspect ratios. Oh my god, drifting is impossible. Man, Yoshi is running me dry! Stop taking my coins! You really do not incur, like, much of a penalty for driving off-road in this game, which is also probably a design choice made out of necessity, because it's very difficult to see and control. Oh, no. Oh, we lose. We lose. Man. This is hard. You know what? I think we have to end it here, because we've got way too many Mario Karts. Although I will say, the battle mode in this one is fire. No wonder it, like, spawned a giant series. I don't know how successful this was for the SNES. It must have been pretty successful. So, this is the controller I've been using, the 8-bit Dough Lite. It's got a D-pad instead of an analog stick, 2 D-pads. I kind of like it because of how thin it is. It's pretty cool. Alright, next up, Mario Kart 64. Let's go. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit of nostalgia for this game. I was obviously not alive when it came out, but I had access to an N64 that I would occasionally play Mario Kart 64 on. I also remember it's like my earliest memories of seeing someone emulate on a computer back in, like, God, I don't even remember. Probably before prep. Like, in kindergarten. I feel like, nostalgia aside, there's an undeniable charm to the way that this game looks. Drifting in this game is almost completely useless. They really did like upgrade the graphics though. Like look at those particles. And the echo in the tunnel? This must have been cutting edge at the time. Oh, okay. So Mario Kart 64 is the first game that introduced the ability to hold items behind you. This one definitely controls extremely, or notably, whoa. Okay, that's how they did that, I guess. When you're holding an item behind you in this game, they increase the FOV, or the field of view, on the camera, so you can actually see more behind you. So if I let go, yeah, there you can see. I lost the banana and it zoomed in more. Okay. So Mario Kart 64 was the first one that introduced a lot of things that were gonna stay in the series. All the billboards in this game look like they were made with MS Paint, dude. Surely, I don't remember where I heard that spamming it is less efficient than, like, timing it. I don't know why that would be the case. It's fun to spam. And just hear Mario going, having the seizure and everything. Oh, interesting. So the way that this game did the triple reds was it did the circle around you. And this was the first one to do it. Okay. Because Mario Kart 8 brought that back, and I don't like it. I preferred it the way it was before. But maybe from a game design perspective, it's better. All the beach music in Mario Kart goes hard. All the music in Mario Kart goes hard. I'm gonna be totally real. I love Mario Kart music. Okay, no one can do this frickin' shortcut. It's literally impossible. There's no way. I refuse to believe anyone can do it. Wait, so Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart, I don't remember if it had a 150cc mode. It might be unlockable. Okay. These ramps are literally designed for no one. Who the hell actually hits those? Okay, here we go. The frickin' spiny shell. This thing is iconic. Almost iconic as Mario Kart itself. You know, they actually brought back a lot of the ways that Mario Kart 64 handled items in Mario Kart 8. Because they made the spiny shell, shoot like a normal shell again. Like, look at the way that this one goes. If I shoot it, there. It shoots like an actual shell. It doesn't fly. And they brought that back, as well as the formation that the items take. It very well could be. Oh. Oh my... How did I not notice this? So they don't increase the pitch on the final lap. Okay, I had no idea that that was the case in this game. I thought they did. That's why I keep getting to the end of the race and I'm like, oh, I finished the race. Because it doesn't increase in pitch. Does it increase in pitch in Super Mario Kart? I thought it did. Which was the first game that started doing that. Oh, that's actually like shook my entire worldview, dude. I cannot believe that. That's genuinely shocking. How do you break in this game? Oh, right, the B button. I forgot that the layout on the N64 controller is super weird. This is the strangest, like, Mario Kart design choice. The fact that you have to stop. You have to literally stop. It's the same reason that I'm not a huge fan of those early Sonic games that, like, in a game all about building momentum, they, like, make you go slow. Okay, so, yeah, you can tell in this game they undid the Super Mario Kart way of mushrooms working. Alright, I love this. I hate that they don't do this anymore. The little ceremonies, I think it's running 2 times faster than it should. But I love these so much. It's so, like, charming. It's like, man, ever since Mario Kart 7 ruined it. It ruined it. The little ceremonies where they'd have the characters drive out, and the ones when you'd lose, they were so good. I love those. Anyway, alright, let's keep moving, shall we? Here we got, let's switch back to the D-pad for this one. The first Mario Kart developed not by Nintendo. This was developed by a different studio. Let's do a little check. Who developed Mario Kart Super Circuit? Intelligent Systems. Oh, what did they do? They did some stuff. Paper Mario as well? Oh, there must have been a second-party studio. Originally, the company was headquartered at the Nintendo Kyoto Research Center. So they're just Nintendo. Oh. Okay, so it was built as a subsidy of Nintendo, and that's all they've ever done. Just Nintendo stuff. They still do Nintendo stuff. I think this is just the first one that wasn't done by like Nintendo EAD or whatever they was called. Here we go. Yeah. The colors are so washed in this game, but that was probably done out of necessity. Because some of you guys may be younger than me, and even I might be too young. Those original Game Boys, before the SP, had no backlight in them. And essentially what that means is that the screens didn't create light. You had to have light go onto the screen in order to see anything. Alright, I'm gonna be real, I hate the way this game controls. Like, on one hand, it's a clear step up from Super Mario Kart. It's essentially, what if we built Super Mario Kart with better knowledge of how to make good-looking games? So you can see there's squash and stretch on Mario. There is more pixels on Mario. This game sort of solidified the control scheme for Mario Kart. And that's just because they didn't have enough buttons. That is the crustiest whistle I've ever heard. I like the music here too. I mean, it's probably not a great thing that my taste in music boils down to Mario Kart, but I mean, come on, the music's so fun. They got crazy bass lines. What's not to love? Oh my, okay. Whoa, okay. That was a crazy chain of events. Wait, hang on. I didn't even notice that. The little indications of which direction to go. Is that exclusive to this game? What did that symbol mean? What? Oh, Riverside. Oh, I've actually never heard this song outside of the newest DLC wave. The newest DLC wave? I think they're doing such a crazy job. Okay, who on their frickin' GBA speakers are ever gonna hear the bass coming out like that? That's the most like a muted treble I've ever heard on a bass in a game that was meant to be played in a handheld like this. Come on, come on. Oh my god. Sorry, Yoshi. Yeah. The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe remix of that song with the trombone and the sax. Go hard. Tracks were from the Super Nintendo. That's our first Lightning of the entire lineage so far. Maybe the item balance was never so bad, and it just progressively got more and more unhinged with every following Mario Kart. As they realized that the way... Yeah, because maybe it's because in this game, the same problem with the Super Mario Kart arises where it's hard to judge where you are. Bowser is winning. This is his house. Of course, he's got the muscle. He's got the home field advantage right now in these games. Okay, wow. So you can see the snapping as it's switching to different versions of the sprites. They must have three what's called LOD, or level of detail, which is game swapping out things further in the distance for crappier and crappier, like lower quality versions. Oh, is this our first place? Is this our first place? That was threatening. But yeah, I guess this game did contribute a lot more to Mario Kart than I gave it credit for. Mario looks so doofy in that player model. I mean, they've got no expression. They're all looking forward. Donkey Kong looks stoic as hell. Alright, we're moving on. Mario Kart Double Dash is up next. I could play this one on console, but graphics And it's just a pain in the ass. So let's run it. Oh, is that a random chance, or did I hit a button? I think that's a random chance. Usually he ain't holding that. Alright, we get this very low quality preview video. Is this the only Mario Kart to do that? I think it is. Oh my god. What have I installed on my PC? Custom textures loaded. Alright, well, maybe it's better than, like, if they just weren't there. Oh my god, what was that? Alright, let's keep going. Start game. Alright. Clearly upscaled text, but we'll deal with that. Oh no. Oh no. Why would you do this? I will never understand the logic behind replacing assets in old games with like high quality PNGs from recent stuff, mismatched sources, and like also not doing a very good job cropping it. Bowser's just straight up not in frame here. Mario is clearly from Mario Party, except he's been over like blown. If you're gonna make a HD texture pack, just don't. Don't do that. A little too much texture on that road there. Why does it look like I'm driving in friggin' like real life? Oh my god, what is that like 3D scan, like AI upscaled portrait of Luigi from a different game? Why did they add that? Why'd they go ad lib and put this like stretched JPEG of Mario and Luigi along the corner? I'm gonna be real, I can't deal with this like HD texture pack. I'm turning this off. Yeah, okay, found it. I think this one's for the GameCube. Yes. Okay, hang on. Here's a little critique for these guys, if they'll hear me out. Oh, they made this. Ah, what are those edges, dude? Okay. How hard would it be to just take this higher version and then just resize it a bunch instead of upscaling each individual PNG so that it gets crustier and crustier with every lower level of quality? Just resize this to this size. Don't AI upscale it. This is real bad. This is really bad. This looks like a screenshot that was taken from a video. Oh my god. What is this? These textures are awful. Is this Bowser? Is this Petey Piranha? That must be Bowser. Oh my god. Okay, these textures are funny. I'm gonna turn them off though, because that will ruin the video. Okay, back to the game. We've got too many Mario Karts to play to be stuffing around. Okay. Yeah, this is better. AI upscaled, this looks worse. Somehow. I don't know how you even managed to achieve that. I'm sure there's like a higher quality version of that image somewhere. Just use it. Okay. I don't know what the logic was behind making the material for everything look like plastic. But you can clearly tell, based on the way that Mario and Luigi look, that these materials don't have any properties. So the way that textures work in 3D games generally, at least nowadays, is that most textures aren't just directly applied to models. What you'll have is what is called a material, and you apply the material to the model. And each material has settings like smoothness, metallicness, or specular highlights depending on which you use. And I know they use specular highlights in Mario Kart 8, so it would be that. But in these games, it looks like they don't use anything. It looks like they've just applied like a flat shininess to literally everything, which isn't shocking. This was early 3D. The N64 probably didn't have any form of shading similar to this. This is probably one of the Mario Karts I've spent the least time playing. I've played it a little recently because only recently has it become more accessible. but it was always very elusive because when I got a Wii, it wasn't a GameCube compatible one, and I didn't bother getting Double Dash because I had Wii. We had an N64, but I never had a GameCube, so I never got to play this game. You can hear the voices for these characters has become significantly more firm. It would essentially remain unchanged for the rest of the time. Oh my god. Oh my god, where are you getting these from? Oh, there was a star there, I should have grabbed it.
Oh yes, who's number one now? Me. Woohoo! I'm the winner.
Wow, okay, neither of them agreed. How about we did it? Wouldn't it have killed them to say we did it? I mean, like, this game you're always going to be playing with a second character. Why did Peach look different? Is her hair shorter there? Ah, didn't get it. The timing for the 3-2-1 is in this game. I think it's the only one where you have to hit it just as it goes go. Instinctually, I want to go to the left because I think there's not a very big penalty for doing that in the Mario Kart Wii one. But there's a huge penalty for doing that in this one. Look at the Bob-on. He's just standing. Wow. Strategically weaved through all the item boxes. Can I look behind my... Oh, whoa. Wait, why is the horn like that? My instincts kicked in. No. Oh, we better be slow as hell through this thing. Oh, no, we were good. Others. And then those end up being like, what the... That red shell was lousy. Look at Mario. No, I guess not. I mean, the way that Peach looks. I'm just enjoying playing Mario Kart right now. I mean, at some point they just become Mario Kart, you know? Nah, we missed. We could have saved that. What the hell? What? Alright, hopefully it fixed it. It did not. Alright, editor, please put some music on in post. This is analog horror. This sounds like the salvage sequence. Like the little sound prompts that they play on the animatronics. Begin audio tape in 3, 2, 1. Document results.
2, 1.
Oh! It's kind of like a dope remix. Make a dope remix out of this, editor. I don't know if I can be bothered to do that. We'll see. I really wonder what they're gonna do next. After 8, what could you possibly do? Alright, the award ceremony. Let's go. This is the best sequence. Oh, well, there's no, like, ball of music. So we kind of just gotta deal with it. Man, this is cool. The fact that they did this. It's so lame that they didn't do it anymore. Alright, let's go. Oh, I overshot it. How is anyone meant to be able to see, like, when it's going that fast? Alright, that's Double Dash. Let's move on to Mario Kart XXL. Alright. An internet user found Mario Kart XXL in the dumpster of his wife's boyfriend's house. When he booted it up, the cartridge came to real, and Mario beat him up and took his lunch money and snapped him in half and stole food from the fridge. And that's the backstory for this one. Nah, but actually, this is I guess leaked, or maybe just like someone sold it. This was demoed to Nintendo very late in the GBA's life, I think. As by this Daenerys whatever, to try and pitch, I guess, another GBA Mario Kart to them, using their technology that they've got. So let's check out it. Let's give it a little play. I mean, the effect's kind of cool. Kind of wish I could see ahead of me a little better. I don't know why they decided to make it like that. It doesn't control awfully. I don't know what's going on with this hat, with this shine, why it's like that color. What is this? This is the worst. Okay, I lied. This is the worst song in the Mario Kart series. Cause what is this? What? Wait, what does he look like? Show that to me again. Ain't no way, dude. That is the worst Mario. This looks like Mayro, like Super Mayro when those memes were out. They pitched this? Okay, okay. I don't want to be too what's the word? Patronizing, because you know, making games is hard, making models is hard. Maybe this was only there for the purposes of demonstrating the tech. Also, why is there glass in the middle of a road? Why is this road and like green stuff built on top of a sea? I mean, sure, late in the GBA's life, they could have made this work, maybe. Might be a little unnecessarily flashy. What is this gonna bring to the table? It's still gonna be flat. It's not like you're gonna be switching between the layers. But that kind of is a cool idea. Keep that in the back of my head. Switching between layers in a kart racer? Maybe. You can figure it out. Alright, I've had it. That's enough of Mario Kart XXL. Yeah, here we go. Mario Kart Arcade GP2. It's the this didn't come out before Mario Kart DS. I think this one came out after. But from what I've heard and from what I saw, 1 and 2 are kind of similar. So we're gonna chill with 1, with 2, and we're just gonna do 2 in place of 1. That, and I couldn't get 1 to work, so we can use the camera. That was like that's like the most fun part. We may actually play a bit more of this, just because I want to play a bit more of this. I never got to really play much of it back when I was
Here we are live from
in the arcades, because it costs money and stuff.
This special course passes players through the attractions of Yoshi Park.
Who is this
The
guy?
most talented driver is Mario. What
Am I?
rolling techniques will we see?
Is this guy gonna talk the entire race?
Mario,
Ooh.
a great start.
Oh, what?
Peach, Mario, great dead heat. What a deadlock. Peach, Mario, both drivers refuse to give up. Mario shoots the square tire.
He's not gonna let me get a word in. I can't. What is going on?
Mario, tires are now square.
This feels like I'm in a different country right now. What is actually happening? This is I'm really not following.
Picks up points in one stretch. Mario.
I picked up points in one stretch.
Attack. Mario picks up points in one.
Oh, who is this schmuck? Why is Joe Schmo like commentating on my frickin' race? I just want to play the game. I don't need you telling me what's happening. I can see it. Is this like an audio accessibility thing? Wow. Okay. I guess these are the changes they gotta make to a Mario Kart to make it work in an arcade setting. It's not quite the same without a steering wheel. But I'm not buying one just to play this. Can I drift in this game? Oh, I guess there's no drifting. Should not have done that. You can hop though. I like that little teleportation thing that they do. Damn, they got a little ceremony going? That's cool. I got a new item. Perfect rookie. Feels like that's worse than just being a rookie. I can feel myself slipping. I'm about to spend all my credits on the Mario Kart arcade machine, and you know what? I am unhappy with that. The original B-Dasher. Actually, I guess this came out after DS. Oh, it's like Tour before Mario Kart Tour. Except it's a little cooler, because they actually do like full-on like alternate versions. Oh my god, can I mod this guy out? What?
Everyone is off to a strong start.
I'm not. that was a real bad start. Trick House? Ah, nah, we got some tomfoolery.
Mario, wow! Mario shoots
Whoa! The echoes in here is insane. These acoustics. Oh, it's like a picture. It's meant to be a picture of my face.
Mario, Boo is hanging on the handle, making the wheel heavy.
He's not hanging on the handle. What do you mean he's hanging on the handle? These, okay, this commentary sounds direct one-to-one translation.
Mario,
I don't like that I can't drift.
a funny mask blocks your portrait.
A funny mask blocked my portrait. Does that matter?
Mario, Boo is hanging on the handle, making the wheel heavy.
He said it again. Oh.
Bye. The interrupt.
It must like physically increase the like tension in the wheel when the boo is there. Well, I don't have an arcade machine, so I don't actually know that. Oh yeah, 2 out of 2 laps too. That's another thing that Tor did. So this game was developed by Namco, which would make this the second Mario Kart not developed in-house. I'm gonna be real, items feel useless in this one. It feels like they do nothing. I feel like I'd be ahead no matter what I'm doing. Passing rookie. Oh, so passing rookie must be better than being a perfect rookie. I don't want to do this freaking course again. Wait, there's a time limit? What kind of Mario Kart game's got a time limit?
Everyone is planning their final push. How thrilling.
What final push? The race just started. Why are there 3 laps this time? They should have made Super Nintendo World look like this. Oh, I got the funny mask. It's the same song every time too.
Picks up points in one stretch.
You said that 3 times!
Mario shot an item.
I did.
The race is at the halfway mark. Mario cut through with
It is
speed.
not at the halfway mark. Oh my god, what kind of animation is that for Bowser? That's enough of that one. Pretty fun. It works. It works. It's good. It's a good game. It is what it is, though. It's not exactly... It's not designed to be the most fun to play by yourself on a controller or anything. Or at home. So, like, yeah, you're not getting the full experience, but it's fun in an arcade. Alright, next up, we got the classic. This one, the GOAT. I'm just saying, this one's my favorite one. And I'm totally not biased just because it's my first one or anything. Alright, well now the pressure's gonna be on to like not suck. You know what? We're going 150 in the B-Dasher, just so it's actually really challenging. Which it's gonna be because I'm not used to driving the B-Dasher. Alright, time for the most boring Mario Kart track. Why would they put figure 8 circuit in here, dude? I like the way Mario looks in this game. He's just kind of budgy. And the way they go like whoa, 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 whoa when they get like bloopered. Is that new in this game? That must be that must have been new. Oh, Bullet Bill in 5th place, baby. Oh, there's the blue shell. So Mario Kart DS must be the first Mario Kart that made it so blue shells fly. Actually, maybe Double Dash does, and we just never saw one. Does Double Dash even have blue shells? Maybe it's like a character exclusive item. Oh, I forgot that in Mario Kart DS, the shells circle around you too. So what's wrong with me? Where do I remember the shells not circling around you? They just do. I'm a moron. Oh, come on. That blue shell could have came in clutch there. 3rd place? I thought I came 2nd. Oh, that's probably why it didn't explode on Bowser then. I will say, the first tracks are not the most fun. Out of all the Mario Kart games. Oh, okay, Peach is going the slow way. Oh, wow, okay, I just did myself like that. Oh, come on. We was close. No cigar. Mario looks so weird in this one. Why does he look like that? Okay, Cheep Cheep Beach, friggin' legendary. I love this one. I love it in all its future iterations. It's just so pleasant. I want to take a holiday here. I mean, I don't know about like the straw huts. Probably wouldn't be very comfortable, but like scenically, it's so pretty. Full like disc music. Our first blue shell? Is that our first blue shell? No shot, right? It took us this long. Peach about to beat us in the freaking standard kart. Her handling sucks. Yeah, out of here. So there's a lot of things that they borrowed from the GameCube for this one. And that's a theme that you're going to see a lot, if you haven't seen it already, with the handheld Mario Karts. They borrow heavily from the Mario Kart on the console before it. In this one, there's a lot of stylistic inspiration from Double Dash, but also there's a lot of like new things mechanically that they do, which gets carried over. Like most notably, retro courses, which became a staple. They really like solidified how many tracks are in a standard Mario Kart. Something that doesn't make sense to me is, what is this music based on? Please tell me if there is a single song in Luigi's Mansion that sounds like this. I don't think there is. I thought it was all like those but they just had like synths, nothing but synths, and that was Luigi's Mansion. So I don't know what this like goofy like Disney-esque like haunted mansion music we got going on. Also, what's weird is these trees. This is not based on anything, and why they're like so like. I don't like how high frame rate they are. It's like high detail, even at this like upscaled resolution. It looks like still like 3D rendered. Oh, that chandelier is meant to be fake out, like falling, but it doesn't get nearly close enough to the ground to act. Oh my god, I'm getting pelted. The chandeliers don't get nearly close enough to the ground to actually make me think that it's about to fall. That is also a comically large gravestone. Oh my god. It's alright, we got some mushrooms. Takes through shortcuts. This is not a shortcut. Why did I do this? Oh, nah. Oh, nah. That was a self-sabotage. We're losing. Oh my god. Last place. Oh, this might help. No. Guys, I promise this is the one that I grew up with. That is embarrassing. Alright, well. We'll take a third place. Weird what's going on with the resolution here. Oh, I know why. Little fact here. The DS could not render both screens in 3D mode at the same time. It could only do one or the other. So I believe what is happening here is every other frame it's swapping. Or maybe it's running at a lower resolution and they're kind of just like alternating between the screens. I don't know why they felt the need to put it on the bottom screen at all, but they did. Yeah, that's Mario Kart DS. I love this game. I love the way they do unlocks in this game. It's fire. But we gotta keep moving because there's so many Mario Karts and I'm actually gonna like pass away and die with all of this stuff. And next up, Mario Kart Wii? Yep, cool. Mario Kart Wii is also the GOAT, the one that I am familiar with. Look at that profile. It's the first not crusty one we've got. No, like very little compression. It's just nice around the edges, as opposed to whatever the heck's going on over here with like Mario's eyes and GameCube. This is a cursed image. DS is okay, but it's limited to, you know, how it is. And then here we go, more modern Mario. This is what you'd expect him to look like. So this is also a HD texture pack. Weird that the Wii does not run at true 16:9. Oh, because 480p is not true 16:9 either. Because this is a problem with the GameCube. Noted. Okay. Yeah, and we got Mario this time. That it almost faded away, but it came back. Yeah. Oh, we got the rumble on the controllers and such. I'm making an exception here. We're gonna go 100cc again because I'm still not great at this game. Oh yeah, they just imported the animations from GameCube, but it's not like a pure. Even though it's the same models-ish, it's not a one-to-one because you can see the shininess that I mentioned is gone. They figured out how to do materials and stuff now. So like it doesn't look like everyone's ungodly shiny. Why does Peach look like that? Some of these characters look a little crusty. Bowser is the most polygonal guy I've ever seen. But yeah, there's a reason they reused the models. It's not just because the GameCube hardware is the same, but now there's 12 characters and they're still zoomed out, like they're much zoomed out compared to Mario Kart Double Dash, and yeah, there's just a lot more going on. The characters, you'd never see them in nearly as much detail, so I guess it makes sense that they reused the character models. All right, here's the exception. We're going to the Mark bike because I feel like Inside Drifting and Mario Kart Wii kind of can't be separated. They're kind of like, they go hand in hand. We got Luigi Circuit first up. I don't super mind the way that this texture pack looks. They've gone super hyper realistic detail on the track, which is a little much. But it's excusable. This game looks good. Like, still looks good. Maybe 100cc was a little too easy. I probably should have gone a little higher. The approach to drop shadows here is interesting. Aw, no, he's shiny as hell in this one too. What made Nintendo think that denim was shiny? What about Mario's outfit looks shiny? Yeah, so we in the first Mario Kart that actually used streamed music. All of the ones before, it wasn't like an audio file, but this one is. They're still using electronic sounds, but probably also just a budget and stylistic choice, because you can see the UI is really like, I associate it with racing. It's like pretty clean, pretty like slick. The blooper in this game does nothing. It is quite awful. This is probably the worst, like the most ineffective blooper in any Mario Kart. Man, I did not remember 100cc being this easy. Definitely should have gone with 150. What's next? Mushroom Gorge. Yeah, this one is also iconic. This one's probably the best one in the first cup, I reckon. In the Mushroom Cup, like visually it looks great, but also just like in terms of how fun it is. This looks better than Tour Tracks. I'm gonna be real. I like the style here, the artistic direction. Maybe the HD like texture pack is helping a lot, and they just did a good job. But it doesn't look like it. Oh, great. Actually, I don't know if this is faster, but we'll do it. They barely changed the song in when they brought it over to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. There are some songs that did see frustratingly little change, in my opinion. And you know, this is an opinion I've always held. With games, I don't like when devs kinda... I've never gone that way before. Oh, great. Good timing. This is the opinion I've always held, and I get there's sometimes other reasons to do it, for it to be the case. But I don't like when games just reuse music from a previous entry. Even if it fits, it's cooler when you perform again, you know? It's nice to have music in a new game, in a new context. Perform the song again. Give it a new spin. Especially considering that in context of game dev, I can't imagine it's that expensive to hire orchestras again. Or at least I think it should be justifiable in a budget, especially with these big companies like Nintendo and stuff. They've got the money. They make the profits. They could afford to make it a little bit more, you know, artistically impressive. Make it feel like less of just a port. Because reusing the same music, it's just gonna feel samey. Perform the music again. Do a new arrangement. Give it a new spin. It doesn't, even if you've already like, weird stutter, even if you've already got like music that's like composed by the best guy, and it's like the perfect arrangement, there were no problems with the recordings at all. Wait, that's so weird. They just never fixed that? That's an egregious issue. How did they never notice that? It just resets every time you leave the factory. Okay. I can't believe that, actually. I don't know how that wasn't caught in playtesting. Maybe they just don't care about sound as much as I do. Maybe I'm overestimating the importance. But I do genuinely and strongly believe that when you've got a new installment in the series, do new stuff. Even if there's like things that call back to whatever. Don't reuse music. It's just like boring. It makes it feel like the same song, the same game. Music is such a powerful subconscious device. So don't let it go to waste. Don't use that opportunity to make a game feel obsolete. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I don't know, maybe if I, or when I get into the business more seriously, I'll realize that it's really expensive for something like that. Because, I mean, to be honest, there's probably a reason these Mario Karts have released, yep, it resets every time. That is awful. This is great too. Yeah. I love this sequence so much. Weird that they chose this course. I guess, historically, they have never, like, only chosen the, like, first course. Baby Daisy's jamming out. Got the marching band. And the lightly bobbing crowd. Man, this is just something that they don't do in games anymore. Give it more personality, Nintendo. That MKTV stuff sucks. I'm gonna be real. I don't know anyone who, like, I mean, it's a cool feature, but it's definitely not worth how much they used it. And I hope that in the following game, they reuse the system, but then they just make new things. They don't, like, use it literally everywhere and make it feel like the most uninspired, like, you know, like some yearly franchise releases that, like, do very little more than the bare minimum in terms of, like, style. It's kind of what it feels like with Mario Kart 8, which is awful because that game's been out for almost a decade and it was, like, not a yearly release franchise. Enough ranting. That's Mario Kart Wii. Banger. Good series. Good game in the series. Alright, what's next? Ah, crap. This is in the wrong order. I might move this intermission around, so if you're confused as to why I'm now in somewhere else, that's because I got something to show you. So I thought of every Mario Kart I could think of. Every single one, right? That I've played. So I pulled out this one. This is something that's been in my possession for a while. I don't know where the rest of it went, but I've got this. Let's pull up this video that I had to dig to find. Here we go. Alright, here's the video that I found of it. It's the best quality one.
Hey, it's Jank here from Ultimate RC and RCmania.com.
What's good, Jank? Yeah, you can see that there it is. There's Yoshi. It's him. There he is. Yeah, I don't know where my Mario went. Yeah, those things. Those things are really cool.
Very small, very
like, it's a simple controller. The main thing that's cool about it.
Japanese. And when you turn
Japanese. It's the Mario Kart Wii. And then you get the items. Getting random items, that's cool. That's a pretty unique concept. I haven't seen that done again. Yeah, and then it attaches like that. I don't know where the actual thing went, but you can see that there's little metal things at the bottom. Yeah, cool. Yeah, look at him go. Does it count as a Mario Kart? I mean, it was Mario Kart to me, so I'm counting it. Yeah, that's Yoshi. That's my take on Mario Kart Air Hogs Micro RC Battle Set. I've played it. Anyway. Mario Kart 7. I've got very mixed feelings about this game. It's not a bad game. I just feel like there's a lot of things about it that I'm not huge into. A lot of questionable choices. Now, this is the first Mario Kart that I think was fully made, not Nintendo. Let me double check that. Mario Kart 7 developers. Who made it? Retro Studios. Retro Studios! Are they a subsidiary? Were they bought? Subsidiary of Nintendo. Okay, so I guess they're all subsidiaries. Nintendo, they're not gonna... Okay, it makes sense. If they're gonna give Mario Kart to any, like, studio, it's gonna be one that they own. And I'm gonna be real, it kind of feels like it, because they didn't bring a whole lot to the table. At least not a lot that I really care for in the new Mario Karts. Let's run it, and I'll talk about it as we're in it. Ooh, we load in shaders. This is a modern game. Stylistically, it's not awful. I think, like, UI and sounds, I don't mind it. Okay. Problem number one is they reused the Mario, not reused, but they rearranged the Mario Kart Wii menu music. And like, it was cool how they did it in Mario Kart Wii, yeah, but maybe they just thought that it was the new thing, that it was the new, it's the Mario Kart like selector racer music, and Nintendo came in later and they said, nah, that's not the case. But this is a problem that is consistent throughout this game, in my opinion. It feels too much like Mario Kart Wii on the 3DS, except a lot of the good things that people enjoyed about Mario Kart Wii were gone. I don't understand that choice, the way they downgraded like that. From Mario Kart 7, it does remain very similar to Control, because I feel like this game controls very similar to 8. So they refined that. I don't mind this little thing. I like the layout of the screen. I do like that the characters are still like unlockable. That's something I appreciate, the way that this game did that. What I don't appreciate is this system. And this is something that carries over to 8. This might be a controversial take, but I don't like the way that they do this. The way that kart bodies are not specific to characters, because I kind of liked that. I liked having a reason to choose characters. But now you just choose whoever. The other reason I don't like this is because I feel like the wheels and the glider mean nothing. Well, and also they affect your stats. But like visually, they don't really do much. The only thing that changes is the kart body. And that feels like more like what you're driving. I don't know, I just feel like they're kind of lame. Now you just hit coins and like randomly unlock a random part. It's like, I don't care anymore. It doesn't make me want to finish the game. I kind of hope that they drop it with Mario Kart 9. I don't think they will, but I'd be happy if they did. Or rather, I wouldn't be upset. I just hope they kind of like blend in some more of that unlockable nature of Mario Kart. I miss that, like how special it felt unlocking stuff though. Interesting camera angle. I don't really understand the logic behind the camera angle that they went with. This feels slow. This does not feel like 100cc. Another thing I do not like about this game, the drifting, the like little fire that appears around your wheels when you're drifting, I think it looks trash. I don't mean to call the devs bad, and like it does its job, but compared to the rest of the Mario Kart series? Okay, this is a cool addition. I think this is the first Mario Kart that adds the front-running track when you're leading. I like that. I wish they did more stuff like that. That's something cool they did in this game. The glider, cool. It's a cool addition. This Tanuki Leaf stuff is completely useless. To be honest, all the new items in all the Mario Karts, from like maybe even DS onward, maybe Wii, just feels pointless. It feels like they weren't adding like major like game changes, and that might be because there was no need to. That they kind of already had their bases covered. Like we already had the core identity of a Mario Kart established. I don't know, I'd have to think about it more. Lucky 7, sure. As a concept, it's not a bad item. I just think, which I'm pretty sure it does, I think it should not appear very often. Mario's got the spikiest hair. I don't know why his model's like that. Not just the fact that they didn't use many polygons or tries, whatever. That's understandable. I don't really understand why they just made it jut out so much. I reckon Mario Kart Tour is the closest to Mario Kart 7. Not just in terms of like graphically, but just like stylistically too. Feels like 7 kind of has a lot in common with Tour, and I'm gonna struggle to actually back that up with like examples, so you'll need to give me a moment. Weird song, to be honest. Who was the composer for this? Like, now that I'm thinking about this song, it really does sound a little dinky. Like, if you removed it from the context of this course, for those of you who are familiar with it, and try to imagine what this would be for, I don't think this would come to mind. This course itself is just kind of strange, I'm gonna be real. Actually, that's another thing that Mario Kart Wii did. Tricks, which are definitely a meaningful addition to the series. Because, you know, tricking off of ledges, feels like that's now like a core thing that you can do in Mario Kart. Character choice is another thing I'm not a fan of in this game. They introduced some very questionable characters. And they dropped Waluigi, which sucks. Waluigi was cool. This game just looks different. Like you think about all the beach like courses and all the other Mario Karts, they don't look like this. This is like, it's very saturated. That's it. That's totally it. It's really colorful. Like okay, this looks good. This area looks good. This underwater bit. This is definitely a good like showcase of what they could achieve on the 3DS, because it looks real good. Oh, the caustics as well, which is, you know, like when you look at the floor of a pool and there's like lines where like of light. Those are called caustics, and I guess they're being in that cave. They're being reflected on the top of that cave. It looks good. I don't doubt that Retro Studios are terrific artists. I guess it also is though that this game just looks distinctly not Nintendo. Looks good, in my opinion. Did it just peak? I didn't think that would be possible. I think the audio just peaked. Maybe it's an emulation thing. It probably was, to be honest. I don't mind the tracks that they made for Mario Kart 7. I'm gonna be real. I think that they got a lot more creative with it and like visually interesting. There's like a lot more variety. Alright, this is an interesting course. It's definitely based more. Oh, that's why this feels more like Tour. I figured it out. Because it takes place in Mario-ified versions of tons of different places that exist in the real world. Like, you really wouldn't expect, like, there to be, like, a bazaar, because that's not something that exists in the Mario universe as is. But yeah, that's why. Because there's so many, like, based on the real world locations and, like, different cultures in this one. And, you know, I like that. That is part of why I play games. To experience cultures, to like experience this made-up world, to get to go and it's like going on a holiday to a place that doesn't exist, which is really cool. And I guess 7 does that a lot more so than I would argue than a lot of the other Mario Kart games of Mario Kart 8. Why does it feel like I'm not getting faster? This like boosted speed doesn't feel very fast. It does feel like this game was not just designed to be played on a 3DS, but rather you could really sit down, plug in some like nice headphones. I guess it makes sense, you know. Retro Studios took their opportunity to make a Mario Kart. I mean, what an honor. Imagine being approached by Nintendo or going up to Nintendo and approaching them and saying, hey, make Mario Kart. Like, make a new one. I feel like in life, if I ever get that opportunity, I'd be stoked. I don't even care what it's for. If I get to make any Mario Kart, I'm not sleeping until that game comes out. Could put some glow on that first. When it's like flashing like that, surely just like put like a really like put some blur behind it. Get some bloom going, you know? Oh, there's a big thing. There's something that we introduced. Lens flare. It's a small thing. I know lots of people complain. No, I don't think lots of people complain about it. But I've heard that lens flare doesn't necessarily make the game look better. But it's pretty. I like it a lot. Okay. I like that unlock process. That song's kind of weak, I'm not gonna lie. That one that was just playing, it's very unforgettable because it doesn't really have a very strong melody. I feel bad being so critical of this game. Because Retro Studios didn't not do their job. They did it well. I just personally prefer the other ones. And it's not that I don't like this game. I'll still play Mario Kart 7 and enjoy it. I just prefer the other Mario Karts. That's Mario Kart 7. Let's go to the next one, which, if I remember correctly, is Mario Kart Arcade GP DX, which is a mouthful. Yes, I am right. Here we go, baby. A Bandai Namco Nintendo joint. Okay, yeah, here's the other thing. This was more common in Japan. I never played this in an arcade. because they didn't have it. They don't have it where I live, which sucks because this is cool. This game looks good because it came out a year before Mario Kart 8. You got this design for Pac-Man. We're gonna go Mario. Damn, these animations look incredible though. Damn, look at that. This game looks good. This game looks good. Mario Kart 8 also looks good, but this game looks good. Wait, so it borrows a lot from the other Mario Kart arcade GPs. Oh, Bandai Namco, obviously. It was just Namco was acquired by Bandai. Okay, turning is really sharp in this game. Whoa, whoa. And I think the reason that it's really sharp is because it's actually the physical way that they made the wheels for this game. Oh, you can drift in this game. They added it. Why put a high pass filter there? What song is this? Okay, they actually have like a red... Oh, wow, okay. I just drove through that red shell. That's unheard of. What do you mean, wah? I won. Well, I came second. Man, I would have liked to have played this in like arcades locally. Actually, it does look a little oversaturated at times, I'm gonna be real. Oh, but that looks good. Okay, the lighting looks good. I just think that maybe post-processing is a little obnoxious. Just they oversaturated a lot. But maybe that's just the way that things are meant to look. Because it feels like it's kind of targeted toward a Japanese audience. Maybe the style there is just having very saturated and eye-popping arcade games. Wouldn't surprise me. It makes sense. Ooh, the clutch, the snipe. Is this a first place? Oh no, I'm off course. Oh, I'm washed. No! How did they overtake me? Okay. Wait, it's Wah again! So am I meant to come first? Is the expectation that I come first? Junior. Alright, no, that was way too early. What? That was way too late. Whoa, what kind of flip is that? I like the particle effects here, the sheer quantity of them. But then again, that's probably just like that's a Mario Kart arcade choice, right? It would be overbearing outside of the arcade to have so much like flashiness going on. They all do the same animation. Why is Luigi doing the exact same thing as Mario? It functions, it's good, it looks good. I mean, I wouldn't like play it casually that much. Got a new rank, Intelligence. Alright, I'm gonna be Intelligence. Alright, now. That's Mario Kart Arcade GP DX. But next we've got something that we actually need to switch setups for. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I decided to skip on 8 because there are differences. I just didn't like set up the entire Wii U just to play a slightly different version. This is the only version of Mario Kart on like Wikipedia and stuff that is counted as a port. So this is the most recent version of Mario Kart. It's probably the best selling, to be honest. Actually, I don't know, but it still sells like crazy. It's a almost decade-old game which came out when I was still really little. This is the only one that we've run on hardware so far. Something I do like about the recent updates, apparently it's viable to run this setup. It's like not that bad, which I like because I really like the designs, the way they designed, just like the way that Mario looks like this. He's just like he's so like, I guess cute for the lack of a better word. It's like he's just kind of like a little guy in like a really like very aesthetically pleasing car. I like when they make it like very small and compressed like this. Just everything kind of like, it's a very dense like cube of Mario in a car. And then the camera setup too, which kind of makes you wonder how they can follow this game up. How do you make another Mario Kart that looks better than this? This one looks great still, 10 years later. Well, almost 10 years later. Yeah, playing all those other Mario Karts really puts into perspective just how great this game looks. Like really, probably one of the best looking games of all time in my opinion. And like, I'm not just talking about like graphical fidelity, because it really does prove that like a strong art direction, talented people, and hard work, you can make terrific looking things on essentially older than decade old mobile hardware. This was in the Nvidia Shield more than 10 years ago. Oh, no. I'm getting my wires crossed, sorry. This came out in 2017. The Switch came out in 2017, and the Nvidia Shield was older than that. Point still stands. This ran on a 2017 mobile phone, and not a particularly amazing one at that, which is pretty awesome, you know? This game controls quite great. So much effort into the vibration. It's like everything just clicks. There's just so much here to make a game so timeless. This is kind of the reason that, you know, Nintendo like some of the best game devs out there. You don't see this kind of stuff on mobile architecture. This is only something you get on the Switch, you know? So I think that's why Nintendo said that Mario Kart 9 is in development and it's gonna have a twist, because I think, like me, oh, that lens flare looks incredible. Like me, most people are wondering, where the hell do they go from here? This feels like it's really distilled what makes Mario Kart great. So, incremental update, they could come up with some new ideas. Maybe it's just blindness because it's been so long since we got a new one. I forgot what it feels like when they drop something new with new ideas. I really forgot how much of a huge step up 8 felt. I thought 8 was kind of like not a huge step up. What a shame it came out on the Wii U, dude. It makes total sense that they ported this instead of making a new Mario Kart, because really, this has so much effort. With a game like mainline 3D Marios, you always expect the next one to be wildly different. But Mario Kart's Mario Kart. You just iteratively develop the format, you know? I think it's weird, because you'd expect people who don't know very much about video games to say that Mario Kart is their favorite game. But, I don't know. I've got an appreciation for it. I feel like I do know a fair bit about video games, and still, yeah, I'd be comfortable in saying this is one of my favorite games of all time, because I mean, it's just so well made, and it works. It's so defined. There are things that I miss. There are things that I miss about it's not like it's perfect by any means. Whoa. I've never seen that was like same frame Blue Shell and Finish Race. There are like, I don't like how this Mario Kart TV stuff with the system they built for that replaced anything that had a semblance of character. They could really go hard on like, get some animators in there. Get some animators to do some cool like cutscenes and stuff. Do cutscenes. Maybe add a story. Do some like Diddy Kong Racing type stuff. I think that could be really cool. I just feel like it's a little bit of wasted potential when they develop it as a racing game and nothing but. I imagine in the following Mario Kart, they're just going to use this one as a base again, right? Because why wouldn't you? It'd be stupid to start from scratch. Since you'll have all the fundamentals established, add some stuff. Like, make it like bigger. Add more single player content beyond racing. Like, as much as I enjoy the Mario Kart games, there's no narrative. There's no like a major thing for the player to do. And that's kind of why I miss the unlockables, because unlockables kind of gave you that. Those like signposts, those checkpoints, those like indication of progress. But with the way that it is now, they've kind of removed that. So now there's kind of no end goal. You can get like stars for like completing the cups, but what else are you gonna do in Mario Kart? You're gonna just do the same races again and again? It's boring. Add something. Like, make it less of a multiplayer only game. Considering how huge it is, I can't imagine it's too much of an ask. I really wonder what they're going to do there. What would a modern Mario Kart look like? Because even if this is a port of a 2014 game, the port came out in 2017. That was only 3 years later, and it's been 9. So what would modern Mario Kart look like? I don't think the DLC stuff counts, because that's just borrowing from Tour. And Tour's kind of like its own thing. I don't know. We'll have to see what Nintendo do. I'm excited though. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Whatever they come up with. They'll have something. This is an interesting looking course. It's not really based on any like cultures or anything. But it's cool. Like the particles, they look good. The little like flower things. The anti-gravity I think is universally recognized as underused in this game. They really didn't make the most of it, I don't think. And it's cool. I think that they shouldn't remove it. I just think they should have done more with it. It lets you get more creative with the track layout, definitely. You know what? A real big beef that I'm gonna that I have with this game that I'm gonna get at now. I really hate the way that Mario Kart 8 did its Rainbow Road. I think Mario Kart 8's Rainbow Road is probably the worst one, besides maybe Super Circuit, because it really misses what to me made, and what I think to everyone made Rainbow Road special, which is it's a labyrinth, it's a test, you know? Rainbow Road needs to be complicated, and very complicated, and it needs to be a Rainbow Road. What they made was a space station that had a very generic, like, Electrodome is more complicated. Why did they do that? I don't understand that at all. In Mario Kart, making Mario Kart more accessible does not mean ridding Rainbow Road of its reputation. It's the most iconic Mario Kart track because it's the hardest one. People go on it and then they flounder around and it's fun. Oh my god, I'm getting Mario Kart like crazy right now. And I think that's genuinely such an L. And I really hope that they make up for that in the next Mario Kart. That they actually deliver on a Rainbow Road. I don't know if people agree with me, but I think Mario Kart 8 Rainbow Road is trash. It just sucks. N64 Rainbow Road makes up for it because it's more of a traditional Rainbow Road. Still kind of boring, but the original course was boring. That is my beef though. Good music, lame visuals. It should be more complicated. Give me a Mario Kart track that's like those custom Mario Kart Wii tracks, where everything's crazy, like things are going on, and it's just a really long one. Make it 2 laps. Okay, this I also hate. I really don't like that this has replaced the really cool award ceremony. Sure, this Mario Kart TV system that they've built for this game is cool. Just make sure in the next one, please, that they don't use it again as a crutch instead of like making a custom award ceremony. I don't need to remember moments from the races I just did. It's not going to be something like crazy that happened, because there's not going to be snipes every freaking cup, you know? Hey guys, future editing Jamie here. I just had a really cool idea. So remember how I was just talking about how I reckon that it'd be really good if they got some animators to animate cutscenes? I reckon the way to bring the award ceremony back so it doesn't feel like it's a super samey thing is what they do is they have custom like cuts or like award ceremony cutscenes or sequences for each cup. That's a good way to make it so it doesn't feel samey, and also provides a big incentive to keep doing all those like races by yourself to experience this new content instead of just having same old, you know? Anyway, that was my idea. But yeah, as we know it, that's Mario Kart 8 and Deluxe. A good game, very good game. If you think it's not perfect, but a great game. And what's next? Let's have a look. Mario Kart Google Maps. All right. Now, when I say every Mario Kart, I mean every Mario Kart. So I'm going to have to blur a lot here because I can't dox myself, but I actually dug up a screen recording from 2018 when this happened on my phone. So technically, I played this Mario Kart.
Woohoo! Let's go!
I like this.
South on towards.
I don't know if they still do, but I kind of hope they do this every March 10th because this is really cool. I don't know if Nintendo gave them the rights to do that. I think this was just as a promotional thing in the lead up to Mario Kart Tour. But man, that's so cool. I kind of wish I could just always have Mario in like a kart and driving around. It's so, I don't know. It's probably just me who loves this series so much. But like, look at him. He's tiny. He's there. He's kind of just chilling. I think they made that model for this too. Like, that render is unique. So cool. Alright, anyway. Alright, this one's gonna have a little bit of a setup. Okay. Don't know what that is, but sure. Anything new is cool. Yeah, so here we got Mario Kart Tour. This is my account. Obviously, there's no like first cup because it changes all the time, so I'm just gonna do whatever I can at this time of recording. We'll go do this cup. Why not? You can get an idea of how this game works. One thing I hate is the fact that the aspect ratio is locked for the UI and they didn't bother like changing it, so you have to rotate it manually every time a race starts. You know what, let's do something kind of stupid. Let's be Mario every time. Where's like the most standard kart that we've got? I've got one, right? Maybe we just go with the pipe frame then, if I can't find the original. Alright, pipe frame it is. Standard glider? This one counts. Alright, let's go. Mario Kart Tour. This one isn't bad. It's not exactly traditional Mario Kart. It's not what you'd expect traditional Mario Kart to be, because they've simplified the controls to work with mobile. Graphically, it doesn't look awful. It looks pretty good still, but nowhere near. Like 7 looked better in my opinion. Items work completely differently. In this one, I've only got one because I was stupid and intentionally chose to make my life harder. But yeah, it's points based, so it doesn't even matter if you come like first place. You could still get more points than the guy in first. I think they make the music go they make it even faster than usual in this one for some reason. It feels like everything's kind of been exaggerated. It feels like it's a more like muted version of the arcade ones. Oh, we already did this course on the N64. All the races are 2 laps, every single one. That makes sense. Cut down on the time, make it less of a commitment, make it easy to join, you know. I do very much appreciate how they just got rid of the gacha mechanics in this game. They just decided one day, like, nah, this sucks. I don't know why. Maybe legal threats? Maybe it wasn't super profitable. Maybe they just didn't like the reputation that it had. It controls well. So as you can see, in this race I actually have 2 item slots, and that's because the character you choose, depending on the course and the track, you get different amounts of item slots, and you can have up to 3. And if you get 3 item slots, and then the same 3 of the same item, it goes into like a frenzy mode, where it's essentially the same as the star, which is no longer in this game. This is essentially the replacement of the star, where you can just spam that item, and you get a ton of points from it. Daisy Circuit. I love Daisy Circuit for some reason. Something about it. It's so pleasant. They completely changed the way it looks here. Kind of hope they bring this over to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Well, there's only 1 wave left, so there's not much time to do it. But if they do, that'd be cool. I'd like to hear the remix. Maybe it's the music that I like. They made it more colorful. Like, the floors were not blue in the original, and this tunnel was very like warm as opposed to cold. Colors, I mean, not like physically. Did Nintendo develop this? Oh, there's Nintendo right in front of us. Dude's name is literally Nintendo. I want to see the list, like the TXT file in the game, where it stores every possible like nickname that they just give to the CPUs, because it's fake multiplayer. They're not real. I don't know why they did that. Oh, I'm screwed. Let's use one of the ticket. Oh. The Mega Mushroom is completely useless in this game. It was never amazing in the previous games, but it's not great here either. At the end of every cup in Mario Kart Tour, there's a little challenge. Big reverse race. Oh, so I've got to catch up now. This is going to be challenge. Oh, nah. Nah, ain't catching up here. Ain't no way. Oh, well, they're all in the same cart as me, so maybe it's a more level playing field. Except, I've only got 1 item slot to work with. I'm not gonna be able to reach them. I reached them. Ooh. Big advantage. Am I gonna catch up to Daisy, though? I don't think I will. Daisy's like leagues ahead, and I don't have a very good item for homing in on her, but... Oh, actually? There we go. Nice. Okay, we did it. That mode didn't even have like points because it's not always about points. It's just like this is like a return, the return of the mission mode from DS. It's an awesome mode. It's upsetting that it was only in DS and it never came back because it's more single player content, and they hate single player content for some reason. That's Mario Kart Tour. We have played it. Now we're gonna pull up Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. Oh crap, the audio for the... Oh, that's really stupid of me. Oops. Okay, well, sorry for the Mario Kart 8 audio. I may have to replace it. Anyway, let's keep going. You'll need a physical kart toy to race. I don't know what that means. Press my car. Yeah, he just did it, so we're all good. But he's doing it. Anyway, that was Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. Pretty cool game. Anyway, Mario Kart Koopas Challenge. This is the last one. This should be moved. Just get rid of that. So, yeah, let's... It was pretty good. I mean, I've been there. Obviously, I didn't bring it back with me, so I can't, like, run it now. But I played it, as you can see. And it was good. I enjoyed it. They did some really cool stuff. It's cool tech, the way it works. I rode it, like, 3 times. Yeah. Yeah, overall, pretty sweet. And I think that's it. We have now played every Mario Kart that I could think of. Maybe I forgot something really obvious and really bad. As far as I can tell right now, this is every Mario Kart. So, thanks for watching, guys. Look out for that video essay, because it's going to come eventually. And yeah, hopefully everything recorded properly. This video could end up taking a really long time. I'm not going to cover all of them. That would be ridiculous. And some of them just don't feel right to include. I might cover them in passing. But that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.